Uh-oh. All right, can I get a motion to go to work session?
So moved, Chairman.
Second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
I have. Mr. Dean, I understand you're gonna, do
Yes,
the
sir.
presentation?
Yes, sir.
How you doing tonight?
Doing well. How are you doing?
Just fine.
Adjust this to my height. So we're here today Tiffany Dobbins and I with the Middle Georgia Regional Commission are here today to work with you to present the final comprehensive plan public hearing for the Jones County and the City of Gray. We started the process in November with the initial public hearing. And then through January through February, we had the comp plan steering committee sessions for each of the topics of housing, cultural and historic resources, natural resources and recreation, broadband, economic development, education, public buildings and utilities, local government collaboration, transportation, public safety and health, and land use. Then last month and this month, March and April, we had the development of the community work plan with the City of Gray, Jones County, and then interviews with specific steering committee members in which we had specific follow-up questions for. And today, April 19th, we're doing the final comp plan public hearing. And the deadline for comments after today will be Friday, April 22nd. And we're submitting to DCA, Department of Community Affairs, on Monday on behalf of the county and the city. During the initial meetings, the group steering committee and the public came up with a community vision. Jones County and the City of Gray will be a clean, beautiful, and connected community. We will take care of the resources we have, both natural and man-made, and will nurture our hometown atmosphere while investing in new growth and development to ensure physical sustainability. Jones County and Gray will be a vibrant community recognized as the best place to live in Georgia, highlighted by academic excellence, unparalleled health and safety, and premier opportunities for leisure and recreation. So quickly before we get started into the topics, I'll take a few, and then Tiffany will do the remainder. Just wanted to make sure everybody knew that we had copies available. We brought 10. They're fairly large, about 107 pages total, and I also have a sign-in sheet for the public hearing. So if you're interested in receiving or having a copy of the draft, please put your email address on that sign-in sheet, and I'll send you a link to my OneDrive, and you can download a copy and read it at your leisure. And when reading it, please know that this is a draft, and we will be doing final rewrites and reads throughout our staff, so the many eyes will be on it to make sure we have the best copy available to submit to DCA. So, any questions from the board before I get into the topics? Okay. And first and finally, one more thing. Thanks to everyone who participated, all of our community members and the City of Gray and the Board of Commissioners who took the time to be on the steering committee. Your participation was greatly appreciated. The topics and goals and needs and opportunities. The first topic is economic development, and the goal is to have a full industrial park in a lively and active downtown that maintains a charming small town feel. The needs and opportunities, there were several. The community should market its tourism potential to support the local economy. Number 2, the City of Gray needs to focus on the appearance and character of downtown. Number 3, we need to focus industrial recruitment on higher paying manufacturing jobs. And finally, the Griswoldville Industrial Park is largely unoccupied at this time. Therefore, the marketability of the industrial park needs to be enhanced. The topic of housing had 2 goals. Jones County will effectively support and educate residents in homeownership, housing rehabilitation, and the reduction of blight. And number 2, in so doing, Jones County will be able to meet the diverse housing needs of its residents. There were 3 needs and opportunities that we, as a group, determined. 1 is affordable housing opportunities need to be developed for individuals that work within Jones County, especially within the service industry, in order for them to reside within the county. Number 2 is provide educational opportunities for residents on housing. And number 3 is tackle blight in the community by leveraging the city and county resources toward addressing property conditions. The next topic is public safety and health. The 2 goals are to maintain the safety of the community for residents and visitors while working to reduce insurance costs for residents. And this is primarily through reducing the ISO rating. And number 2 is maintain the quality of health outcomes in the community while improving responsiveness of health services. There were 6 needs and opportunities. 1, increase the recruitment and retention rates of public safety employees. 2, employ available means to improve the ISO rating for the City of Gray. Number 3, maintain the current high level of services for Jones County Animal Services. Number 4, additional healthcare staffing is needed within Jones County. 5, greater ambulance coverage is needed throughout the county. And number 6, the community needs to continue to focus on collaboration to maintain the level of public and nonprofit health services, including mental health. The next topic was public buildings and utilities. The goal is to ensure the expansion and maintenance of community-provided utilities and facilities. The needs and opportunities are expand water system and sewer system to areas of the county not currently served. The City of Gray needs to complete the enhancement and repair of the sewage system. The completion of a stormwater drainage inventory of areas of the City of Gray and unincorporated Jones County with flooding and drainage problems. And number 4, Jones County needs to upgrade county buildings and address space concerns for growth. Under the topic of broadband, the goal is to ensure all residents have easy accessibility to fast and reliable internet connections. And the needs and opportunities are partnership with the Tri-County EMC through Tri-Co-Go service, as is an opportunity to reach previously underserved residents. And number 2 is there's a need to continue encouraging competition and advocating for quality of services. And finally, I want to touch on the Jones County capital improvements element that's within the plan. This has to be updated every year, and this is the best way to do it this time is to include it in the comprehensive plan. And the Georgia Development Impact Fee Act was enacted in 1990, and impact fees may be charged for new developments that occur within the community to offset the increased cost of providing basic governmental services in a growing city or county. In doing so, impact fees ensure that developers bear a reasonable share of the cost for new development without adversely impacting existing taxpayers. Jones County has an ordinance which establishes an impact fee program. In the past, the county has utilized the fees to improve the Jones County Public Library, the community recreation complexes, and public safety facilities. Currently, Jones County has set its impact fee at $0 due to the limited pace of new development in the community. However, the county retains the legal authority to continue doing so in the future. Throughout fiscal year 2021, no new impact fee funding was spent nor dispersed. As such, all funds continue to show a zero balance, and the county is required to pass a resolution to transmit the annual information to the Middle Georgia Regional Commission for review as per requirements of the Georgia Planning Act of 1989, and I believe that's part of the next business later. So we can entertain questions, or Tiffany can do the remaining topics. Tiffany?
Hi, good afternoon. Before I go on, are there any comments anyone wants to make about anything Dean just went over? All right. So the first topic I'm going to start with is transportation. The goal for transportation was to continue to increase mobility and connectivity throughout the community. Some of the needs and opportunities were, number 1, many roads need paving and/or maintenance, and the local governments need consistent and objective measures for prioritizing and advancing projects. 2, The community needs to be more effective to more effectively promote the availability of transit services. 3, Jones County and the City of Gray need to continue coordinating with the Georgia Department of Transportation on road safety issues. 4, the existing sidewalk network needs to be further expanded and interconnected, especially in the City of Gray. 5, new funding is needed to undertake these improvements. All right. Any comments on transportation? Okay. The next topic is education. The goal for education was to mold well-developed students who are prepared for both college and career opportunities. The needs and opportunities included, number 1, opportunity to continue their investment in student mental health and teacher professionals' mental health. Number 2, need to continue to collaborate with community partners to increase adult education opportunities. Number 3, opportunity to continue to develop innovative programs to meet changing community needs. Any comments on education? All right. So the next topic I'm going to get into is land use, and the main thing I'm going to focus on are the future land use maps. And in those maps for the county, the only thing that changed from the 2017 comprehensive plan was that I believe some areas that were rural residential were switched to suburban residential, and then some that were suburban residential were switched to rural. And that was the only thing that changed on those future land use maps. And then on the City of Gray, I believe a couple of things changed where some places that were mixed use were either relabeled to be commercial or suburban residential. And then in one area on the south end, there was park recreational area added. And those were the only changes to the map from 2017.
I think we've got 2 that we've overlooked, and that's in our current industrial areas where the rock quarries are.
Okay.
They were, one of our zonings was also,
Yeah, one of them was,
we've got some areas around 2 different rock quarries. We've already approved zoning on 2 of them.
that went
That-
from, were
that were-
residential and went to commercial,
Okay.
industrial.
And it's basically those areas around the rock quarries where we approved the people who do the blasting.
Yeah, the testing.
Okay.
And then Martin Marietta, for instance, they've got an area there that we approved that was should have been in the comprehensive for overburden.
Okay.
But we're seeing that on both the rock quarries, I guess, I don't know, would you include the rock quarry area? Because it's, I mean, in the past, we had the whole big map we could look at. That one work session, I think we had a work session at the same time. I
Okay.
didn't get to make it.
If you could either email me or Dean and just kind of send us a quick email so we can make that correction.
Sure.
But these are the future land use maps, but if that's what you want those areas to stay, then definitely email those for us. This isn't representing your current zoning, this is just representing like this is what we want it to look like in 5 years.
Right.
So if that is how you want it to stay, if you could email
Well,
either.
I'm just one person. John, you understand what I'm
I
talking
do.
about?
I do.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to look at the map and make
Right.
sure it's,
Make sure we got the overlays where they belong.
Yeah. Perfect. All right.
What's that? With the maps?
Thank you. Any other comments on land use? All right. So the next topic is cultural and historic resources. The goal for that was to preserve the cultural and historic resources that most define Jones County. And then a second goal was to market and hone the community's resource while engaging the public about cultural and historic resources. The needs and opportunities were the need for ordinances to protect cultural and historic resources. 2, need for funding to preserve specific culturally important sites. And 3, opportunity to engage the community about the cultural and natural resources in fun and unique ways. Any comments on cultural and historical resources? Alrighty. And the next topic is natural resources and recreation. The goal for natural resources was to leverage and enhance recreation opportunities, especially outdoors, to become a focal point of the state. The needs and opportunities were 1, an opportunity to market and promote federal recreational sites. 2, opportunity for the Central Georgia Rail Trail to enhance the broader need for hiking and bicycling. 3, opportunity to continue development and expansion of existing parks. And 4, need for Ocmulgee River access in Jones County. Are there any comments on natural and culture, or natural and parks and recreation? All right. And finally, the last topic is local government collaboration. The goal for this was to increase cooperation and build trust between all governments in Jones County. The needs and opportunities were: 1, opportunity to streamline the approval process for new business owners in the city and the county. 2, opportunity to continue evaluating costs and revenue related to service provisions. And 3, opportunity to collaborate on issues impacting community aesthetics across city-county lines. Are there any comments on this? All right, and that was my last topic. Are there any final comments or suggestions on the Jones County and City of Gray Joint Comprehensive Plan? All right, the last thing I wanted to say was that again, the comment period is until Friday. Once that comment period is over, we will hopefully be sending this to DCA on Monday. And that process will be that DCA will have 30 days to review it and send it back with comments. Jones County's due date for their comprehensive plan is June 30th. So once we get it back from DCA, all things approved, we will need to quickly get with Jones County and the City of Gray to set up most likely special called meetings if it doesn't line up with a regular meeting, and to get those resolutions signed to adopt the plan by that date of June 30th. But that's it.
Any citizens tonight got any comments? No? The board have anything?
Yes, sir.
That all the business tonight for this work session? All right, that's it. I'll need a motion to adjourn for,
Motion to adjourn, Chairman.
Second.
all in favor, aye?
Aye.